Book 1, Bazur's Plot, Chapter 63 and 64. Chapter 63, The Celebration. We arrived at the boats, and a Garnock skidded to the shore. I started to go over Garnock's head due to sudden stop, and he catched me with his paws when I was somersaulting over his head. He lowered me gently to the ground and laughed. "You did good, Sarah. You stayed the whole way." Everyone else laughed. I looked around and said, "I guess we beat Jack's team. Do we wait for them here?" Dora looked thoughtful and said, "Let's wait for a few minutes. I have a feeling they are on their way back already." Boats were back already, with Varkuns proudly standing each on their own boat, waiting for us. Amazingly, on that cue, we heard laughing noises coming from the trail, and there they were coming. They had few awakened ones with them too. Tara jumped down. "Oh, I can see you beat us." Tora laughed. "I did not know we were competing, but yes, we did." Tara laughed and said, "Nobody wanted to come with you." Tora said, "No, we found the entire village, and we gave them the food Varno got from Varkuns. So they wanted to stay there. Only the village leader was hurt. He was really poorly, but we left medicines there, so hopefully he will recover all." He tried to fight Bazur. Everyone's faces looked like they now understood. They had seen a few creatures who had tried to fight him, and the cursed wounds took a long time to heal. And those creatures were weak for a long time. Looking at now how Vespera was doing, it was possible to recover fully. It just required rest and remedies, and most importantly, love. Tora asked, "What about you? You only have a couple with you." There were 4, if I counted right, but looked like they were smaller kind and maybe belonging to one of the elf tribes. Tara replied, "Well, similar story. We found the whole village, and they wanted to stay since Deep Claw brought food for the whole village with him, literally, from Varkuns. Only these were visiting the Muir Hollow at the time of the attack, so they wanted to come with us to join their own tribes during celebration." That made sense. Tara looked at everyone. "Well, it's time. Our rescue trip is ending, and we will go back to the palace to celebrate. On board, everyone." It was bittersweet. I looked at Jack and smiled. I could see he was feeling the same as me. We spread across 4 boats, since we had all 4 boats with Varkuns guiding them here. It was actually good, since we did have Moorbairns and Capritors and Barracks who were big in size. When the boats left the Six Woods, I looked behind the Six Woods shore, and I was missing it already. The rescue team had become my home, my people. Well, they are not people, but you get the point. I smiled how the English language was not able to tell what I was feeling really. I turned around in my seat forward. Today was a celebration. I was looking forward to seeing creatures there and maybe meeting up with Elderberg again too. Trip seemed to go super fast. I had never been in Varkun's boat, but they seemed to have also some magic, since they also seemed to have some magic of their own, since they just flew over the water like they had some invisible motor. In no time, there was another shore in front of us, and there were 2 carriages awaiting for us. I asked Dora, "Why are there only 2? Dora smiled. "Capritors, Barracks, and Moorbairns do not normally like to use these, so they will run to the palace. And anyway, it's not far away." We had 1 barrack in our boat, and she turned and said, "Yes, it is joyful to be able to run and stretch the body." We arrived at the White Palace. The sun was soon setting and the sky was full of amazing sunset colors. The palace, I swear, looked different again. It was changing from English country house to Asian-style palace and more. It seemed to change shape all the time. Every time I looked at it, it really looked different. Always beautiful though. Carriages were moving in a nice calm pace, so we could see all amazing things set up. The garden and the palace itself were covered in thousands of tiny lights. Lights were moving a little bit like dancing, creating an even more magical view. The garden was full of different kinds of creatures, holding mugs, probably fairy nectar, and plates full of food. I realized I was starving. My stomach growled, and so did Jack's beside me. I looked at him and said, "Wow, look at that." Jack was looking at opening view too, and tears were running his cheek and said, "We helped to return the peace here." Well, at least for now. Look at them. Look at the pure joy. I looked at the creatures in pairs, small groups, just sitting alone, smiling. I could not speak. The peace and joy was everywhere. We got off and went obviously for food and fairies' nectar. There was a huge waterfall type of thing where we could fill our jugs of that amazing drink. I saw so many fairies that I never thought possible. Fairies of all sizes were all over the fountain and making sure creatures came to fill their cups again. The fairy queen flew in front of me. I immediately bowed and said, "Thank you for teaching me that magic transport. I hope I did not overstep since I taught Jack here." I looked behind me, but Jack was already gone to eat with more bears. The fairy queen smiled. "That is all right. You do not need to worry. It was helping the rescues. You rescued all my fairies. We are missing no one anymore." I was so grateful that I could not speak. I had tears in my eyes and I managed to mumble, "I'm glad." The fairy queen looked at me and what I can only describe as a loving mother's look, and she flew by me, touching my cheek with her wings gently, very gently, with her wings very gently. I got my mug filled with the nectar and I went to sit down to eat. I did not want to join any tables for a moment. I knew there were only friendly faces and creatures. But I needed a moment alone. Food was amazing. Drink was, as always, heavenly. And all the creatures were laughing and joking with each other. Vespera came by. She was already looking so amazing. She was like a shining amethyst, beaming purple light everywhere. Her face was smiling and she asked, "Are you looking for solitude or can I join you for a moment?" I smiled back. "You can join me." It was overwhelming to see the happiness and joy, so I needed a moment to balance myself. "Now all is good. You look way better than earlier." Vespera laughed a little. "I feel almost 100% now. My shine has returned. It feels good again." We sat there for a moment, looking others, enjoying silently. This was a good silence that did not demand anything. I was very grateful for the unfreeze spell that to Vespera, but somehow just sitting here with her, I did not need to tell her anything. She already knew everything. White Goddess appeared at the top of the palace stairs. She spoke in a lovely, calm tone, but I could hear like she was standing right by me. Probably some magic thing again. She gave a speech and raised a toast for all creatures and humans in the rescue crew for returning all Myria folks home and ensuring the blocker so that Bazur could not return. I blushed. I don't think I'm not proud of what Jack and I did. I just feel that anyone who could have helped would have joined the rescue crew. Eiríkur came to stand by me. I said, "Hi, Eiríkur. Have you recovered from the other day?" Eiríkur said, "Yes, it was a lot. I feel better now. We are rebuilding Myria deserted villages, bringing life back to them." I smiled. That is amazing. Tonight is amazing. It was such a magical night. After the speech of White Goddess, Jack and we talked to so many creatures, laughed so much that my stomach muscles and cheeks started to hurt. We danced. I don't even know what I danced or how, but it didn't seem to matter here. Everyone was moving to music and enjoying themselves. It was already very late. I started to feel the weight of the day. I found Jack and I went to sit by him, who looked out of steam. I had a new cup of fairy's nectar in my hand. Dora just brought it to me and Jack fresh once. I looked at Jack sitting on my left and raised my cup and said, "To Myria." He smiled and raised his cup too. The nectar was still the best drink I have ever tasted. It is a good night. Sitting here and looking all the creatures parting. I saw a little further away Dora and Dara sitting and enjoying their evening. I guess, just like Jack and I here. My eyes started to close on their own. What if I just take a small nap? I feel refreshed after, and I can continue to talk to everyone. I still have not found Elderberg. I still really wanted to talk to him tonight. Chapter 64. I woke up in the middle of the night. I woke up in my bed. I'm in my own bed. Tico, my dog, is snoring faintly by my side. What? What happened? I am not in Myria? I finally found my mobile phone and I press Jack's contact info and call him. He replied sleepily. "Jack," I almost yelled to the phone. "Did that happen? Did Myria happen? Or is that a dream, Jack?" The end. This is the end of Myria Tale, the book Bazur's Plot. What did you like about it? Can you write a comment for me? And if something is unclear, I'm happy to explain. Just comment below. And bye for now.